Welcome back, everybody, to Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers. As always, today with me I have Carlos.
Hey, everybody. Karate.
Raul.
Howdy.
And Ramon.
Dude, you could have been like, hiya! See?
I was
Easy.
channeling
What's up,
my
guys?
my inner SpongeBob.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Nice. So if that didn't give it away, we are talking about Cobra Kai today, which came out at first in 2018, I believe. It has 6 seasons. But before we kind of get into the show, we're going to talk about some of the other things that we have been watching. And Carlos really wanted to go first, so we're going to have him go first.
I specifically said I didn't want to go first, but I'll go. I'll go.
No, I think you did want to go first.
Well, you know what? I want to follow up because, last time we spoke, I was mentioning how I was this close to finishing Zelda, Skyward Sword. And, after we recorded, I put maybe, let's say, 20 hours and then the following 2 days and I finished it. So, I'm super happy. I really enjoyed the last 20 hours of it. It really was like a journey where I'm like, damn, I know this world so much. I can go here. I can do this. I enjoy the flying elements. I enjoyed so much of that game that the idea of playing another game where I have to swing a sword, I'm like, how is that even possible to swing a sword using buttons? Because, when you play Skyward Sword, you have to use the motion control. So anytime that I was hacking an enemy, I legitimately had to be like, shoo. So I'm like, this idea of how would I play a sword game without having to do those motions? I don't even know. It doesn't even register in my brain right now. So I don't know. That's going to be a fun experience next time I do play something like that.
Yeah, your controller's going to go flying.
I mean, Ramon, you played it, so I don't know if you had that problem. Anytime.
Oh, I hated it, but it was fun too at the same time. It was challenging. It was one more challenge that you never had in any other Zelda game, especially with those flower plants when they're like this or this, dude, or this, and you gotta it was dumb.
Well, the final boss, I think, the whole game never used any potions, and then for the final bosses, dude, I stocked up on 5 different potions, stamina, whatever I could to give me that extra boost, because the last boss, you definitely need to hit those spots perfectly. So yeah, had a lot of fun with Zelda Skyward Sword. I think after I posted it, I finished that game. A lot of people were like, "Oh, that's my favorite game." There's just so much love towards that game, and I see why, man. Even the animation, it just grew on me so much, and I feel like I still gotta go back and play that game because there's this one guy that you have to feed him stuff to convert him into a human. So I'm committed to turning that dude into a human being. So I do legitimately gotta go back just to do that, and then I can say I'm done with that game for sure. And then the reason why I didn't want to go first, because I was hoping that Raul or even yourself, Sylvia, you guys were gonna talk about Baldur's Gate, because that's a game that I believe Raul you're playing it, Sylvia you're playing it, and I just started playing it last week. So I don't know if that's true or not. Are you guys playing that game?
I took a little bit of a break. I got to Act 2. I'm about to finish Act 2, but I'm still trying to figure out how to romance the bear. So that's been my my little hindering moment where I had to stop. But
did you cover yourself in honey? Is that an option?
You know what? I'm a druid, so you'd think I could turn into a bear. Apparently, you can't turn into a bear, so you can't entice them. I know, it's a whole thing.
Dang.
Oh, well, you see how D&D works. No, I'm kidding.
What I'm hoping in my heart is that I will play this for 45, 50 hours, and then everything would just click in after 50 hours. Because right now it is really, really intimidating with everything. And I know so much about this game from hearing other people talk that I'm scared to do anything. I'm scared to pickpocket somebody. I'm scared to steal anything. So I'm trying to I'm walking on eggshells in this game.
Yeah. So I've done Act 1 a lot of times. Overall in the game, I think I have 100 hours, but I've kept redoing Act 1 because I didn't understand what the cantrips were and your spells and everything. Now that I have a handle on it, I actually created a character that I'm enjoying. So I finally got to Act 2, almost Act 3. But for the first few hours, it was honestly just me constantly creating a character that I felt like I actually enjoyed playing the most. Because the other ones I was kind of pushing myself to go forward with the acts.
Oh no!
What class did you pick, Carlos?
I'm the devil-looking guy.
Yeah,
I don't know what the class is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're always they're an outcast kind of species. That's what I'm getting from. So it's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
What class?
Again, I think
what job or role?
Oh, warlock.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean that's normally not what I would. But if you know me, I normally am more towards the rogue type. But I'm no, I don't want to be a rogue. I actually want to be have other abilities and really enjoy. I think the whole purpose of this game is to like really put you in an environment where you can just do all sorts of things. Yeah. And again, I haven't gotten to like the full things that this game is capable of doing, but like I'm really, really impressed by how it looks. And that opening scene was like awesome. Like it's freaking cool as hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, remember, Carlos, you're going to look a lot better in those romance scenes than Raul will, because he's a little dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know what games do this, but like, you know, when you were customizing your character, like you can customize like that part of your body.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, because you could do that in Cyberpunk too, but I'm like, okay, like, is there gonna be a point where like I'm gonna see that part like more of it? Is that like, because like I'm like, okay, all right. Well, so I'm looking forward to some of these like scenes, or at least running into that sexy ass bear that you keep talking about. So
all of a sudden, Carlos is playing as a girl.
Oh my gosh, he's going for the bear too. Him and I are gonna fight now. You could have both
parts. You could be like, you know, if you wanted
can
to.
You?
Yeah.
Oh,
I only found that out because I took off my clothes, and it turned out I had both body parts. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you're picking heights, so you're like,
you
small,
play the whole field. It's
medium,
okay, we got it.
Or large, but if you pick the medium height, I guess that's where you have like both sexes. And I didn't realize that until I took my clothes off. Because I'm like, I don't want to be too small. I don't want to be too big.
I only had the option for the medium or small height.
Oh yeah,
your dwarf.
Okay, that's pretty funny, actually. And then, Ro, did you see Captain America? I know you did, actually.
Oh yeah, I saw Captain America.
Are you gonna give your review about it?
It's a very, for an MCU movie, it's very middle of the road, so it's better than a lot of the recent ones. The fight scenes are awesome. I'll say that. Like, their fight scenes are awesome. Anthony Mackie, I love him. Like, in general, he's so charismatic, even though he's really not that funny in this one, which is kind of a shame because he's a funny dude. But yeah, like there's a lot of cool parts. There's some parts that are like you kind of wish that they would have done better.
Yeah,
but it's fine overall. The movie's fine. But yeah, like if you like fight scenes, you'll enjoy it. You don't necessarily need to watch it in IMAX or anything like that. You can wait for streaming. But
that's my plan.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I think you're being more generous because I also saw it, and I mean, I wasn't too big of a fan, but I guess there was a lot of reshoots from what I'm learning now that after I saw the movie, and I'm like, I can definitely see
a lot of reshoots,
like a lot of those reshoots, because it's like some of the story plots, and I just wasn't impressed really with the movie. Like, it's not a bad movie. And Ramon, I think when you see it at home at Disney Plus, you're gonna enjoy it. But I wanted to support it. That's why I went to put my money behind it. But overall, it just wasn't like something that I would like. I don't know. It's another MCU movie that I'm disappointed. Even though 10 years ago, like Captain America 2 was like freaking incredible. It's like
Winter Soldier was amazing.
Yes, it's like it doesn't make any sense that like 10 years later and we're getting like an okay Captain America movie where I think this movie could have been like truly, truly awesome. But I think it was a lot of wasted potential with the main villain, which I'm not going to spoil. But yeah, those are only the things that I want to talk about. I know that took up a lot, but I knew for a fact, bro, you were playing Baldur's Gate and Sylvia, and then I knew that you had seen Captain America.
Yeah. All right. Who's going next?
See you now.
Okay, I guess I'll go next since I was already kind of tagged in. So yeah, I played some Baldur's Gate, and I
tell us about that.
Well, you see, no. So I'm still watching Solo Leveling, so it's cool. Kind of as I've said, I read the manhwa, so it's cool, kind of seeing it. And hey, actually, I have a question for you guys. I don't think you've seen it, Sylvia. You saw the first season, or did you both see the first season, Ramon and Carlos?
Yeah.
Of
Solo Leveling.
We did a whole episode on it, so yes, we did.
Oh yeah. Where are they?
Where's
like
what?
What country?
Yeah.
I thought it was Korea. Is that Korea? Or
I thought I saw them in Japanese map, but maybe not.
No, because they are asking Japan for help.
No, I know. That's the reason why I'm asking. So in the manhwa, they're in Korea, but I thought the anime was in Japan.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
at least in the first season.
Till this point, I think I've never really known, but I just assumed it was Korea, and that's only because they had talked about Japanese forces before and American forces before.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I saw the first season before I read it, so now like I don't remember, and I haven't gone back to rewatch it. But, Yeah, but because of that, that's the reason why I was asking. But
Yeah.
Is this going to be only 12 episodes, bro?
I don't know.
So are you catching up or watching Solo Leveling,
It's good.
It's fun show.
We'll probably talk about it because Raul, that's like his favorite show of all time.
Oh,
If you force me to watch another show that has 6 seasons,
No,
in
seasons.
It's
only
currently
a
in the
week,
second season.
I will not be there for that.
Sylvia,
the part 2 of season 1.
I cannot do it again.
Sylvia, when you started this podcast, you were just throwing yourself at watching these like 6-season shows like The Boys, Demon
You
Slayer.
gave me a week and a half to watch like 4 seasons plus a little bit of Cobra Kai.
Yep.
And you loved every minute
including
of it.
long episodes.
Yeah, all the long ones.
Okay. So I've been watching that. I'm still watching JJK with my son. We're in Shibuya.
And so you are going there. Okay.
Yep. And we already lost some people. So I won't spoil it for anyone.
And asking for his daddy every night.
No, today he was like, oh. And then like somebody died and I was like, well, you see, he just did that because he realized this. And then because I paused it and I was like, and if you notice, he didn't know that he was him. And
dude,
and
JJK
then
is so intense that I cannot believe you're showing. Because how old is he?
9.
I know you said it before. 9?
Yeah. He's about to be 10.
Just let him be like 13.
Man.
Oh,
I think Nanami is one of the more gruesome ones because
spoil it.
What?
Yeah.
It's Nanami.
I know. Anyway, well, I've seen it obviously. Okay, so that I've still been watching Ozark.
Nice.
And then I saw The Gorge.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, I saw The Gorge as well.
Yeah, I saw The Gorge, and honestly, I forgot Scott Derrickson directed it, didn't he?
Yeah, Doctor Strange, the second one.
But Sinister, he's like I love Scott Derrickson. Like I love his movies.
Because Ramon, that's the one I messaged you to see because there's still a point in that movie they get so crazy and like it's so well done, and that's why it makes sense that he directed it. Because I'm like, all that stuff was done so freaking like good. You understand why now?
I just love the fact that it was a love story. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Like,
you watched it or no?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Raul stole it.
I'm sorry. No. And I will say, like, that's the reason why I said that. Like, that movie should be a video game. They should make a video game out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
And there should be a sequel too.
Like, dude, I always love these like moments where I just think like a character did something so badass that it's like sticks with you. And the moment where like that dude fell and she went after him and like no second thought, just like got all these weapons, like badass. It reminded me of Terminator 2, which in that movie came out like 35 years ago and shit. But like, yeah, it was such a badass moment. Really enjoyed that.
You should watch it, Sylvia. It's a good movie.
I know, it looks really good. And I love Miles Teller.
I love Miles Teller too. Yeah, I'll watch it with you if you want.
Yeah, I just didn't expect that it was kind of a love story, and it was even better for that reason too.
Dude, it was well done too.
Yeah, I mean, I did one of those again that I didn't know anything about it. I just went and watched it. Like besides Raul, I think reading your comment about it being a video game, I'm like, in which way, right? And so then I'm like getting the premise of it. I'm like, oh, I could see how they could be a video game, but it wasn't until they were like down in the gorge that everything just kind of like, especially with the different creatures. And I think you were talking about the creatures. Yeah, it was gorgeous. No, the freaking the creatures designs. Like again, it took me a second to figure out what the hell was going on, right? Because you don't know. I was thinking over here like kaiju's. When I saw the gorge, I'm like, oh, watch, it's gonna be like some weird kaiju's or some like alien,
The Witcher
monsters, something like that, right? Like monsters. Yeah. And then you start seeing like obviously not the first people, but as you get like into the gorge and you start seeing some of these crazier like plant human like hybrids, it was nuts. And then my best like favorite monster was that one yellow glowing like spider web fungus because that was like not even creepy. And it was just like, especially when they kind of like touched it or whatever happened that it like activated. That was just nuts. Like that was the one time that I'm like, oh dang, that was actually like really, really, really weird and creepy. And
my only complaint, it's not really like too big of a complaint, but I do wish, they talked about it being like a gate or like an entry point of hell. Like I almost wish that would have been what it is down there. Like it's just like an entry point.
Event Horizon.
Yeah, like something crazy like that. And then when you find out, like that was my only thing. So I'm like, oh, now that kind of sucks a little.
But that's my question, because I was kind of like, yeah, when I was still trying to figure out what was going on, and they started talking about like similarities to hell and all this stuff. I also had the same idea of like, oh, that's kind of cool if it's more like supernatural, like hell, and there's an actual gates open up. And yeah, once I actually found out what really happened, I was also like lost a little bit of that like good impression. But it worked for what it was. It was it was a real cool like.
It makes it easier to have a sequel.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And I liked I liked all in general, but like their relationship was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like
At this point, we're spoiling the hell out of the movie for Sylvia. But dude, I'm like, how did she not get contaminated? I'm like, you telling me like that dude stabbed her? Like,
Anyway, okay. Yeah. Should we just do an episode on the movie
right now?
Okay. Anyway,
Sylvia, we're not doing Karate Kid.
5 times speed, real quick.
Sylvia, we're not gonna do Karate Kid. We'll push that for next week.
We'll do a quick.
It's fine. Give me like half an hour. I gotta watch it at like 5 times speed, and then I'll get back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then I know Carlos, you'll be happy to see.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I started watching
Severance.
I almost said
what do you think about it?
It's cool. I like the premise. Like I feel like it's gonna get a lot more interesting, and like I feel like it's getting like deeper and deeper, because like right now I don't know how deep the hole goes per se, but it's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like tonight, it's like I don't know if I'll have the energy to like watch the newest episode, but like like I'm excited where it left off.
But for the record, Sylvia told me what extension to use, so I've been watching it at 1.5 speed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
It's terrible. I don't approve of that.
But I can watch so much more.
You can.
No,
I already do podcasts at 2 times speed. I've always did podcasts 2 times speed.
Oh, Sylvia.
I'm rubbing off the right way.
I know. Okay. It's okay. Raul being productive is a good thing, so I'll take it. More time.
I just hope that he never finds out, hey, you can look up porn online, or else you're never going to see
what?
it.
You can do that? Hold on. Like
I'm teaching him stuff.
Hey, Ramon has some DVDs.
Yep. Yo, wouldn't it be crazy if I just still had those, but I don't? Again, I still don't even know what happened to them.
The cassette tapes.
They were worth money. They were worth money. You're like, Mom, where's my collection in the basement?
Oh God!
Where's all those cassettes?
Cassettes.
All right, Ramon, what have you been watching?
Okay.
I'm gonna cut this episode. Don't worry about it, man. Doesn't matter that we're running long.
Raul stole my movie. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, to keep it short, I did watch a lot of stuff, but the things that I've been most excited for, more Love is Blind, but we'll talk about that. Minnesota's boring. Apparently, doesn't have a great big dating pool. Yeah, it's all that TikTok Love is Blind season 8 is the best part about Love is Blind season 8. Just putting it out there for those that watch it. That's it. Won't talk about it. No, White Lotus season 3. If you guys haven't seen White Lotus, it's a great murder mystery show with some weird like rich people in a resort. So it's a lot of like this dynamic of like the workers that are not rich and then the very rich assholes that go to these places. But it's kind of like fun with like really good like shots, beautiful music, and then like great murder mysteries. Like the show, every season starts with a murder, or not like who got murdered, but it starts with like something happened. There's like commotion, someone's dead. And then you just go straight into like back in time, and you never like the whole show you're like playing who got murdered, first of all, and then who murdered someone. So it's a great show for that reason. Only 2 episodes of this new one that's set in Thailand, so it's really nice to kind of watch this like beautiful resort that I'm probably never going to go to because it's not real, but with like monkeys and freaking beautiful like jungles everywhere, and it's
not the monkeys.
But it's the monkeys.
Ramon, you just reminded me who got murdered. Like I just remember who got murdered in the first season.
Yeah,
and like now I have a question for you that I don't know if it's a spoiler, but
wait, don't spoil it. Ask him later, because I'm going to watch it at some point.
Ask him. Because I think the trailer gave it away. Is season 3 like? Is season 3 set in the past?
Oh, of the in timeline in general?
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Okay,
that's what we're trying to figure out, because only two episodes. Really hard to tell what's going on. But like there's always 1 or 2 like characters that tie, and so we found those people, and we're like, huh. like how are they here or why they're here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
okay.
so, exactly. So, but I don't know.
Whenever I can put them back on.
Yeah, you're good.
Nah,
you're
good.
You're good. So that
one.
one.
White Lotus. Did we make you watch White Lotus? Is that something that you heard us talking about and then you jumped in, Ro? I forget.
No, I've never seen it, but
it's a
I
great
intend
show.
to watch it at some point. Like I know it's a good show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Yeah. It's very like subtle. It's like it's not like a in your face like
it keeps winning
action,
awards.
drama.
So
yeah, it's great.
So
yeah.
if you watch White Lotus and hated it, I will quit this podcast. I'll be like,
I think that's a show for. I think that's one of the shows that Sylvia would like.
I love My Murders. Oh, yeah. I love Murders.
And not only that, it has like you're following people like who are living this rich life, and you're like, fuck you. And then you have all the workers that you're like, oh god, I want to quit my job. Like I just don't want to watch more people suffering through work stuff. So, anyways, yeah, White Lotus, The Gorge, we already talked about, and then the only other movie that I did watch, I was kind of happy that I finally caught up, was Long Legs, which it was good. No, I haven't seen it. I had a whole daughter. I haven't caught up on anything. I've been slowly watching
the whole daughter, not the whole.
I didn't have the daughter. My wife had the daughter. I just take care of her half the time, or 1/3 of the time. Anyways, but no, yeah, Long Legs. It was a movie I wanted to watch. It was pretty fun. Like I liked the kind of like pacing of it, like kind of the weirdness of it. Not one of my favorite movies, but it definitely had like an element that I at least was more pleased than other like horror movies or other like I guess what would you categorize it? I guess horror, right? I don't know. Didn't feel very horror to me. It wasn't horror enough. Okay.
I still think about that movie for like the wrong reasons, but like that movie stuck with me.
What wrong reasons? How do I know?
Yeah. The whole idea that this thing that was happening was so you're a dad now, and like for me this whole idea happens like if you're somebody that's like, oh, I never want to see you grow up, like to your kid and stuff like that. Like possibly you could be targeted. And then I haven't done a rewatch, but then there are so many parts in the movie where you kind of see the glimpses of the devil. So that's kind of like an interesting reason to like go back and watch it. But yeah, man, like we did an episode on that. You should probably listen to what we said about it.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. I mean, I missed a lot of those episodes too. So there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, and for anybody else that is watching this,
we do record episodes on other stuff. So yeah.
Every so often.
Sylvia, now your turn.
Did not watch anything other than Cobra Kai because I had 4 whole seasons to watch.
Tell us about Cobra Kai.
It's all Love Is Blind.
In a week and a half.
You saw Love Is Blind?
I did, yeah. The last few episodes that came out, but I wouldn't count that as I watched. It was more of it was there in the background as I was playing Sims, but there's that. Cobra Kai, though, pleasantly surprised because I watched it thinking that it was a joke that Carlos was putting me on, but it was actually kind of good. I enjoyed every season. Every season was different from the season before, so it kept me hooked the whole time. I mean, I know that it was the basis of it was the same, but it was still different. All the storylines that they were putting into it. I loved every single person that was on that show. I think Miguel was probably my favorite, and Hawk, those two, I loved them. And just like you, Carlos, I did not like Sam. A lot of the Sam parts I had to either like skip over a little bit or make her like super speed just to go by faster. She was so whiny.
So
she was whiny.
We'll talk more to it, and I want to hear your more thoughts about the show. But like when I rewatched my first and second season, like Sam's kind of likable in the first season. So like I was trying to really focus into like, where do I start hating this person? I think she was
hating.
Wow.
Dude, no, like at a certain point, like you just dislike her. And I think the reason why is because she's almost the spark that causes like a lot of like drama. Yeah, so she's like that catalyst. It's like that's the reason why this and this happened, and it's just like maybe that's where I start hating her.
For me, it was the moment she was with Robbie and she kissed Miguel, where Tori saw it, and it started everything. I mean, that whole fight. That's the only reason Miguel had to go to the hospital and his spine was basically broken was because of her. If she never did that, there wouldn't have been that fight. Tori left scars on Sam because she was fighting her. Robbie showed no mercy at that point, and he just threw him right off the balcony. It was all because she did that. So that was like my catalyst of not liking her anymore. But I also didn't like the fact that she immediately blamed Tori for taking her mom's wallet. She already had this thing where she did not like Tori, and Tori did nothing to her. She walked in and she hated her for it.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I think in the midst of all that, I think the reason why people don't like Sam is because she's a little bit more well taken care of. She's a little bit more not wealthy, but well off.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big dynamic between some of these guys because like Tori, like freaking Robbie, like they're all supposed to be a little bit more poor, and then there's these like Sam and her brother are just a little bit more entitled because they're just like, yep, we get everything we want, like Daddy DeRusso, like.
But
you know?
Sam's not like the brother straight up like, like
it's an
throw that kid away. But
yeah.
like Sam is kind of like nice in the first season.
Yeah.
But again, like she does all these things that causes all this trouble, and that's why you kind of again. I'm in Sylvia's like same thought that she was the reason why this happened to Miguel.
First
Miguel
episode
was so sweet.
though, she steals Johnny's car with her friends.
Yeah.
I mean, we already started off knowing that she was like that, and she knew that her dad was just going to be able to pay anything off or do whatever he needed to get her out of any trouble.
Dang.
No, we can make this like let's go, keep going. Ro, what do you hate, Sam?
Well, you see, I don't know. No, but yeah, like I didn't like her either. Like no, I wouldn't say that I didn't like her, but like I found her annoying, and
Damn.
I don't know. Like there was I'm not entirely sure whether it was because of how they wrote her, or if it was her, because like
we talked about this too. I saw her in another show. Sorry to interrupt you. I saw her in another show, and it was The Fosters. She's in The Fosters, and she's just as whiny. And then seeing her in interviews too, she seems nice, but she seems like that same type of person that Sam was too.
Well, I know somebody that's going to defend Sam, and that's going to be Ramon. Ramon, defend why you love Sam, because when I look at Sam,
I will fight you.
Dude, because
the bear, who was it? Was it in the bear that we didn't like, and you defended her?
Claire. Excuse me, Claire Bear. Claire Bear.
Sylvia,
I named my daughter after Claire Bear.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Claire.
Also, my judo gi doesn't fit so much, man. I'm like, I got a little chunky. Put me in some.
It's a baby weight.
Yeah, right.
When I was watching Sam, Ramon, like I know your taste in women. I was like, this is like the kind of woman Ramon would love, like Sam. Like Sam would be like,
you know what? Fun fact: can you guess her age? Her actual.
Oh yeah.
We're not talking about her age.
Like
what?
No, just guess her actual age.
Like when the show started,
baby.
Like today.
Like right now, how old is she?
Oh my god! I mean, she looks young. So like,
24,
28.
It's like
Carlos, you are right. She's 28.
And you know what?
And before you even start talking, I just want you to know I'm also 28. And Raul called me old looking compared to her.
I did not. No, I said.
He said she looked so much younger than I did.
No. I said she looked so young. I did not say so much young. Oh, you know what? I said she looked so much younger.
Younger than I do.
No. I just said she looked so much younger, and I meant that she looked so much younger. No.
Than I did.
No, I did not say than you.
Sylvia, there's professional people making her look like she belongs in high school. Like, I kid you not.
Yeah.
If I hire the same team, they'll make you look like you're in elementary school, because that's how like young potentially you could look. So like, no.
I'm just saying what he said.
I believe it.
That's all I'm saying.
I said she looks so much younger in the sense that she looks younger than what her age is.
Uh-huh.
I did not reference you at all.
I was looking at the cast today, so I was kind of like seeing everybody's age. So today, like, I found out like Tori was 27. So then I'm like, so that's why I took the guess that maybe Sam was 28. But like Tori, I'm like, dude, when she came in like a lightning ball. She comes in, kicks ass. She's trying to get Miguel to like get over Sam. She's like, I like you, trying to kiss him. Like, I don't know, like Tori just throughout the whole show has like some like the energy that I like, and it's like from a character, and like I don't know, I just always was rooting for her and not Miguel, but what's the son's name?
Robbie.
Robbie. I always like Robbie, man. I always had like a spot for Robbie, even though like I understand.
I feel bad for Robbie.
Story. I feel bad for Robbie all the time.
Yeah. Robbie had a rough life.
All the time I feel bad for Robbie.
I mean, but who do you feel the worst about other than fucking Johnny? So, all right, let me tell you how I feel about the show. Not the best written show ever. Not the best choreographed show.
Wait, are you saying YouTube Bread didn't make the best show?
By any means do I not recommend the show ever to people and say it's a great show. It's not. It's a show that definitely appeals to two different people, like, right? People who are a little older and watched Karate Kid growing up, or at least the first one, or whatever, went back and rewatched it, And
Millennials.
you know, and then I'll bring it back about Johnny and why it's so beautiful. And then too, people who are just like, you know, I've talked to plenty of these like my associates at work and everything else who like watch Cobra Kai, never watch Karate Kid, love the show because they love the drama, they love like kind of the mix with the martial arts, and you know, it's for them
entertaining.
Yeah, and if you're not into martial arts or you're not in martial arts, it's, you know, it looks plausible, it looks kind of cool, like they're doing stuff, right? It's okay or whatever. But I think, you know, but at the end of the day, my personal experience is definitely, I'm like, you know, that whole part of it, not amazing. But the show's not meant to be that type of way, right? It's clearly meant to be a little bit more kind of relaxed around like the seriousness of it. It's supposed to be more dramatic. It's supposed to be like choreographed great sometimes, and then sometimes absurd with the stuff that happens. And I cannot get over freaking Kreese's butter knife that he held that whole second to last season. and then they fixed it a little bit on the last like part of the season, but like it still looked like a butter knife. Anyways, but I love the show because of Johnny. Like, you know, watching Karate Kid, if you go back and watch Karate Kid, you'll realize that freaking Daniel LaRusso was the biggest dick, even though he was supposedly the victim, right? I'm not the only one that feels this way. Like, I found it later through just people talking about it. Yeah, where it was just kind of like he was supposed to be like the freaking protagonist and be like great and be this kid who, like, you know, they left New Jersey and starting new and he was getting bullied. But then, dude, he stole fucking Johnny's girlfriend. He started the real beef between them. Like, you know, so the reason why we start with Johnny being in the fucking shitter and just being totally miserable and down in life is fucking Danny LaRusso's fault. And for that, and anyways, and then just the way the show develops and obviously makes Johnny this, like, it redeems Johnny. That's what I love about it. When I finished all of it, I think that's like, I almost teared up for Johnny because that's all I cared about, to see him get his moment, to see him just like fucking feel like he got somewhere and that he's not back in the dumps. Because, you know, even with the new daughter and everything, he still felt like crap. So, I don't know. So, anyways, for that reason, yeah, it's great.
That's what I like about
he's not in the new Karate Kid movie.
That's what I like about the ending, that it kind of stuck to like the Cobra Kai story, like, you know.
Yeah, that is
like,
Cobra Kai. Yeah.
You know, when Sam did the most Sam thing ever, and like was like, I'm not gonna fight. It made sense because then that gave like Tori the opportunity to come in, because at the end of the day, it was Miguel and Sam and Tori's like story there. And Johnny, so it's just like I did like that part of the story a lot.
Yeah, it was the redemption and the arcs.
That's the kind of stuff that I'm like, damn, that's so stupid. The fact that freaking Johnny had a fight, like, come on, that's never gonna happen. But it was really fucking entertaining because, like, again, seeing his little training montage, as silly as it looked, it was great. Like again, cheesy, but it was great.
And then why were they fighting like the day before? Like,
no,
they were
exactly.
fighting hard the day before their fights.
Yep. It's like those shows or movies that they just kind of skip over like big giant details. They're like, oh my god, we're magically gonna train like the whole day before, and then they skip different like locations, like from like scene to scene. You're like, man, dude, that's a lot of traveling for the day, a lot of time in that training for the day. My thing is like all that crowd that started running behind. Are you kidding? Like, who the hell's gonna really, dude? I barely run and I need to get in shape. Like, if you have nothing to do, why are you chasing some man? Like, come on.
No,
like Rocky.
Yeah, like, no. Well, obviously that's what it was an homage to, but that was funny.
Interesting enough about the show, like when it first started, Ramon, and it came out like in 2018. This started as like a YouTube original show.
YouTube Red. Like,
because they were trying to do original content, and you know, you can so tell that the first and second seasons are, you know, part of the YouTube, because in the first season, like, I know Johnny likes to express himself by calling a lot of people like pussies, but like in the first and second season, they use that word like left and right. The term blowjob or whatever gets used in the first season, like, so much.
Penis breath,
so much. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, he calls, like, when he sees Miguel, he's like, oh, another immigrant. Or like when somebody's like, oh, who's that kid? Is he a plain customer? He's like, no, that's just my immigrant doing my work for me. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, this is the kind of stuff that, like, I think once they transition to like Netflix producing this show, like they kind of backed up a little bit from saying like some of these stuff, even though
Let's make it more appealing for the youth. Yeah.
Right. Johnny kept being like a little bit offensive, but not as much as like the first two seasons. That's where I can tell. I'm like, damn, there is a big difference for like the first two seasons where it's like a lot of vulgar language is getting constantly used, especially to like describing like people of other races. So I'm like, damn, like this show was like not holding any punches.
But I mean, I what I liked about it too is that it started like that, right? Like you said, very much in Johnny's world where it was like 80s. Like I love seeing a lot of that kind of like retro lifestyle. Yeah, his car, his music, his fucking like you said, his like words, his energy, like everything about it was like 80s, and him clearly not developing into an adult because he was so stuck on that freaking fight that all state that he lost, you know. So it's like all Valley. Yeah.
Subio, what happened to his black car that he got after like they burned the red one? I was curious if that, because I never know eventually, does he trade it in for a minivan? Is that what happens?
The Eagle Fang one?
Yeah.
Doesn't Stingray take the black car?
So I didn't get to that part because I only watched the first 2 seasons. So like I'm like, what did happen to that black car? Because I was just wondering, because I'm like, it was such
I thought
badass.
Stingray takes the black car. Doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he probably
Like,
did.
yeah, Silver ends up paying him off because Silver beat him up, and then he.
Oh, okay.
You only watched the first 2 seasons?
No, like I've seen the whole show, but for this,
like, excuse me, I'm gonna drive over there right now.
For this season, for this episode,
I would be there so fast to strangle you right now. You have no idea.
No. So I've seen the whole show, but I went back to watch the first like 2 or as much
to
as I
rewatch.
could.
No, Stingray got the black car that he had before.
So Stingray should have been a character that after maybe like the 2nd, 3rd season should have never came back. And I mean that not because he wasn't great, but believe it or not, out of everybody in the cast, he's the most that has done more of like acting chops. Like he's gotten awards for like a movie that he did with Clint Eastwood. He's like been nominated for stuff. He's been in like Cruella, I believe. So it's just like the one actor that I'm like, damn, they're like, you've kind of gone in popularity where you could have said like, goodbye, I'm not gonna be part of the show. But he kept showing up, and I always kind of appreciated that like this dude has no reason to be like, oh, I'm gonna continue to show up as a cameo. And like he still kept doing it. I just thought that was really cool because I always did.
It was just weird. He was hanging out with teenagers.
That's
the whole thing.
Oh,
he had his own plays, and then he was fighting the kids. He was trying to hang out with them. He went to a party, and I think maybe it was the 2nd or 3rd season. He went to a party, and then the girl, the girl that he took with him, she was like, "What are we doing here? These are like children." He's like, "No, these are my friends."
Well, guess what age Stingray is, like the actor?
30.
Oh, I didn't look up.
He's 38.
Wow. See, that was actually a real guess.
So that would be like us hanging out with like teenagers and trying to like
I'm 28.
I was hanging out with Sylvia when we were 20. Yeah.
I am 28 and you are 38.
But like
I'll take the 38.
Yeah, but in the show that they were in high school, even though the actors were that age.
Yeah.
Let's never stop, Ramon.
What you didn't shut up. I mean, hey, but Stingray, you didn't like his Stingray goatee? Like, I thought it was cool. Like, it was shaped like a stingray. Like the whole time. I mean,
I've done that at one point.
A stingray, a whole stingray.
No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, like when they in the big fight they have in the high school where he's like interviewing, and then the fight breaks out, and he's like, "We need security." He's like, "I got this," and he starts beating up all this stuff. Dude, priceless. Like
the Miyagi Do's, yeah.
Yeah. What I mean, it seems like it's gonna be one of those episodes where it's just kind of like favorites and not so favorites. But like, what character didn't you like besides Sam? Because Sam already got enough hate.
Well, I like the main bad guy that they kind of like towards the end, Johnny.
Silver, I loved him.
I liked them. They just kind of like towards the end, like I was like, damn, they're like, this dude was like doing like mining, like he was successful, minding his own business, and Kreese comes in, puts him in like karate and ruins his fucking life. So I felt bad for like Johnny because he was cool. He was cool.
Well,
but he was
I'm not sure if
there.
you didn't know, but karate is a drug.
And dude, in this world, it's like karate's like, yeah, you're in the cartel.
It's heroin,
like,
it's meth,
Well, I think another exaggeration of the show is when you get to like towards the end and they're doing like the Saikai Taikai. Oh my god, people are fucking nuts for it. Like something like that doesn't quite exist, but just to see how crazy it would be. But even worse when they get to they have to do the final part of it back in the All Valley, like do it in the freaking. It was nuts, man. You just had everybody like, yeah, like super. Like I would love for like these like public events to be that way, especially when people put in so much hard work into like martial arts and sports. But dude, like it's hilarious. I'm like, I get it. If you're part of that family, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be crazy. And there is fake competitions like that, but the show was just like, I loved it. It was just ridiculous.
Dude, there's a joke in the first season. They talk about the mats, and coloring them blue or making them blue mats. And then like, you know, people go and it's like, yeah, they're here because of the blue mats. And I remember in the last season, like that was a big part of it. And I'm like, oh my God, they were just tying back to a joke from the first season. I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, they did that a couple times. I like that. I mean, well, you guys mentioned Silver, man.
Well, you want, I don't know if you want to go around about people because like I didn't really answer your question, but like Raul, Sylvia, somebody that you hated besides Sam.
I hated the LaRusso brother, Sam's brother. I fucking hated him. I thought he was spoiled as hell. And I don't know, like I wanted to punch him so many times, and he was such a dick to Kenny. Like he was just a dick.
Oh my goodness,
such a fucking dick.
That was terrible. Like I mean, that whole like the way that he was acting about it.
Yeah, there's so many people in the show that you just feel bad for.
Yeah. Well, when he gave himself diarrhea, that kind of made me laugh a little. Like, why would you take you're in the toilet?
But that's when he was nice already. That's when he was like actively trying to better himself.
No, but he takes the diarrhea like not being near a toilet at all. Like the stuff that would give him diarrhea.
But it doesn't hit that fast.
I don't know.
Not with that attitude.
My bad.
I'm kidding.
You never drink.
Let's try it out.
You never drink a whole bottle, Sylvia.
I never drink a whole bottle. I'll try that next time, and then I'll let you know what happens. All right.
Dude, I don't know.
I know what's gonna happen.
Carlos, why were our dads so obsessed with doing that to the whole family, man?
Dude, my mom to this day.
Dude, fucking A. My dad would do that like once a month, maybe. He would have these little green bottles. He's like, all right, family, like cleanse time. And he fucking make us all take laxatives.
You know what? We would do cleansings, but they weren't for that. They were for worms because we eat a lot of seafood.
Yeah, maybe.
So
for me, it was like I had acne when I was younger, and my mom like clearly was like, "Oh, you need all your you like all the stuff to come out of you." So I remember she did that to me once. Never again. That's like the only time I've ever done it. I'm like, never again. It was terrible. Yeah.
I have no one else I hate. Just Sam.
That's it.
Just Sam.
That's funny.
No, everyone else kind of redeemed themselves for me, or they had a lot of depth to their character. So Sam just stayed consistent the whole time. She didn't change. She didn't grow too much. She didn't like backpedal. She was just consistent. What I expected from her is what I got from her.
I think
was disappointment.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that. I'm like, as much as freaking Daniel LaRusso would not admit it, I think what she did the most was just disappoint him because how many times that she was just not in it, not really want to do it, like half-assed the training, and then at the end, you know, obviously you saw that she just quit. I'm like,
they would have babied her regardless and made her the captain over Tori.
Yeah.
Even though Tori was technically the better fighter when it comes down to it. Although I never think Tori should have won with Zara because Zara was an animal.
Dude, thank you. I also appreciated Zara for like her whole personality, her whole everything about it. I would have been one of those people following her like on Instagram or TikTok.
I actually
following a high schooler.
No, she's not a high schooler. Shut up. I do follow her on TikTok though because she's always just doing like stuff with staffs and swords, and it's just
like the real actress.
Yeah. She's an actual martial artist. I actually didn't. So before
that link to her file,
before she joined,
it'll be in the description.
Yeah, before she joined Cobra Kai, like I've been following her for like a couple of years, right? And so before she joined Cobra Kai, didn't know that she was going to be in Cobra Kai.
Buddy, she's 22.
That's 20 couple years ago. Still above age. I'm kidding. But so anyway, so then one of my associates at work, she's like, "Oh my God, are you like watching Cobra Kai now?" I'm like, "No, dude, I just got out of the hospital for months because of my baby.
I'm just watching
like,
Zara.
Let me catch up." No. She's like, she has like they added this really cool girl. Like she looks very ethnic. Like she's doing all this crazy like flipping and kicking and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, is this one girl? And I showed her the TikTok. She's like, that's her. So it was pretty exciting to at least see someone that you follow in real life, whether obviously we don't know her, but she's great at martial arts and at least does a lot of cool tricks and flips and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
She's a nice addition to the cast.
You mentioned like who you thought, who else we would hate besides Sam, but like who I love, like even going back and watching the first two seasons, LaRusso's wife. Like,
dude,
yeah,
Golden's sister. Hell yeah!
I was gonna say that. Sheldon's sister.
Oh yeah, Sheldon's sister. Yeah, I was gonna say that too, dude. I don't know, dude. I was hoping now that I saw the first two seasons. They never really like talk about her backstory or like where they met or anything like that. Or at least I don't remember. But it would have been a cool reveal, and I'm happy they didn't do it. But it would have been cool if you would have found out like maybe she herself like knew some kind of karate or kung fu or came from like something like that. She just hates it, doesn't want to talk about it.
She was the friend of the original girl that knew karate with
That's what it was.
That's
Daniel,
what it was.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she was the friend of her.
With the ex-girlfriend.
Mhm.
Because they had
And that's how
Yeah.
they met. Yeah.
Yes,
they had the whole thing where they were.
In the bar, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So see, I didn't get to that part, but like, dude, I just thought she was like wonderful, amazing, great wife. I'm like, LaRusso, you are so
Carlos,
freaking
that
lucky.
was season 3. I swear to God, you
Dude,
didn't watch
Sylvia,
them. I'm going to strangle
Sylvia,
you.
if season 3 came out in 2021, like I'm not gonna remember that.
We're gonna fight. The first time I see you, we're gonna fight.
You know what we should do? We should
I
go
have
to
games for you and gloves and everything and swords even, like whatever you
No,
need.
we should go to a Karate Kid, like when they do the quizzes at the bars and see like, like be on the same team or opposite
Trivia?
teams, whatever you want. Trivia, yeah.
No, we're not gonna be on the same team.
Let's go.
That's right.
We're waiting. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for the group. What was your favorite like reveal of like a new character or cameo from like either from the old, probably from the movies or whatever?
Chosen.
Do it.
Because Chosen and freaking Karate Kid 2 was like kind of badass, and like he was in Japan, and that whole thing where like Daniel LaRusso was like, "Oh, I already stole someone's girlfriend. Let me go steal another girlfriend." And it's just, I tell you, bad guy, man. No, and it's like I don't know. I think that story to me, like watching those movies, I like Karate Kid 2 just because of the sensei was like, again, you're in Japan now, you're doing all these things.
Okay,
and,
now what?
Yeah, and it's just like it seemed more like rooted in like what Daniel was learning, and obviously Mr. Miyagi's like teachings and all that stuff. So seeing him come back was great. Seeing him be like an ally and being friends with them was even better because I did not expect that. I thought he was going to come in for like a couple episodes, like do their little fight and then eventually leave. But dude stuck around, man. Like,
dude, he was so funny. Like when they go to the whatever country, and he like the kids are like, "Hey, can we go out and drink?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Barcelona,
yeah." Absolutely.
Him and his Long Islands constantly.
And then he goes, "Look."
Oh, he was drunk at the fucking Saikai Taigai. Like what the fuck?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love how they all got drunk together and then they went in the limo to beat up Silver, which was the worst idea they could have had.
I don't know. But yeah, him for me.
I'll say my favorite like cameo because I was no way, shape, or form expecting it. Elizabeth Shue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I never thought that she would have been in the show.
Is that Homelander's the one that breastfed him?
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I remember her when I saw her. That's the one that breastfeeds
from the Saint and from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Because I think around the same time was when the season came out where she came out, and then The Boys was out too.
Yeah, because they hinted her at the end of the second season because she accepts Johnny's friend request from Facebook.
Yeah, but she was the real ex-girlfriend, so that's
she was the real one.
Yeah, I always forget that too because like sometimes when you see these people come back and make their cameos, you're like, wait, what?
They
like,
look different.
Wait, you like that? It's like why are you not breastfeeding freaking Homeland? Like, that makes no sense.
I thought you were gonna say Johnny.
That's why fucking Johnny was so upset that Danny took her. It's like, damn it.
Dude, I'm like, if you would have asked me to make a bet that Hilary Swank would have eventually showed up, like I would have bet
it
without a doubt. Like I would have been like, yes, 100%, and she never did.
No,
she's a real actress.
Yeah.
Get out of
well,
here.
That's with freaking Rolf, with freaking Daniel LaRusso. Like, I don't know, what else has he been in anything else lately?
Not
like,
really.
Cobra Kai?
Not after Karate Kid.
Oh, so fun fact, he made the most out of everyone in the cast.
Well, because he's the Karate Kid. Like, it makes sense. He's the Karate Kid. So but that's what I'm saying. But he hasn't done anything. So when we're talking about some of these actors that have been doing random stuff, like even Stingray, right? You're saying that he has like a good filmography lately. But yeah, Ralph Macchio like hasn't done much, and now that he's going to be in the new Karate Kid, all that. But like now Ralph is going to be in the new Karate Kid with Jackie Chan. which is I'm excited about because then they're kind of tying those two worlds of like the Jackie Chan Karate Kid and then the original Karate Kid. But yeah, I'm still waiting for some Hilary Swank.
I still kind of bothers me though that like Jackie Chan's teaching kung fu. So it's like
it's not really karate. Yeah,
it's upsetting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Jaden Smith.
Yeah,
maybe that's why they bring him, because he teaches kung fu and he needs a karate master. I don't know.
It's like instead of Miyagi-Do or freaking what's it called, Eagle Fang or Cobra Kai, we're gonna bring freaking Jackie Chan Fu,
Tiger Claw,
Drunken Master. That's like, wait, you're old enough now, Drunken Master. Let's go.
Drunken boxing, those fangs on the eagle, I'm like,
it was cute at the very end though, how they're trading their students with each other to learn their different
that's the best
ways.
Way to do it.
Yeah,
there has to be some rules and regulations about that when freaking Miguel shows back up and he's like, let me win this shit. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I get it, he was part of Cobra Kai, but he already lost in the competition. So to me, I was like, what? Like, dude, come on.
What competition did he lose, though? He didn't.
I think in the season
prior, he just wasn't the captain.
Lost.
Yeah, he just wasn't the captain.
Right.
He never lost. That's
right.
The thing. I don't know
was
what
a captain
happened
battle
during that fight, but Miguel should have 100% been the captain of it. They shouldn't have even fought. Yeah. He was much of a better fighter.
Yeah. Well, Robbie was too distracted with freaking Tori being all emo.
Well, I think like Robbie, like it sucks for the actor because I don't know how tall he is, but I mean Miguel always did have the height.
Let me tell you. Okay, him and Miguel, give me their heights.
Okay, Robbie has to be like 5'6" and Miguel 5'11".
Okay, Ramon.
Wait, what? Well, I was already, so I'm going back. No. I say freaking Xolo's what, like 5'10"? No, 5'9". And then Robbie has to be like freaking 5'10". That's not like, I think they're an inch apart. That's
you just made Miguel shorter.
I think so. Wait, what? I think Robbie's taller. Is not taller? He's short, like way shorter.
Did you watch the show?
I did.
He's gonna storm off. No, I'm kidding.
He seemed bigger, taller.
Hair.
I like Robbie more in the show.
You're pulling my hair out this whole time.
Okay, give us his dimensions.
So
all of them.
Okay,
let me tell you.
For the record, I said 5'10" and what 5'4".
Like 5'4", yeah. So I felt like Robbie was gonna be like.
That's like Wolverine. That's Wolverine height.
Short. Robbie looks so short.
Okay, Miguel.
Even compared to Sam.
Miguel is 5'9". Okay. Robbie is 5'8".
The 1 inch apart. 1 inch apart.
Wow.
Silence. I did not understand why he was only 1 inch apart until I looked at pictures. Robbie's always standing with his legs like further apart, so it makes him shorter. Like he's basically doing the splits, and Miguel stands straight up.
That's okay. I'm happy for that because I feel like Robbie can still have like a career. Because I mean, clearly Xolo's like in other like DC projects right now, like so he has a bigger chance of jumping into like being more of a movie star in the future. Where like I think Robbie, also the actor, deserves that opportunity. Like,
he was in the Netflix movie He's All That.
Who, Robbie?
Yeah. He did so great.
Yeah. It was a sequel to She's All That. Yeah, but Robbie.
Way.
See, wait. No, yeah. Except that Robbie is the one that is all that, and then guest star or the counterpart. Do you know who that is?
Fucking with me, man.
No. I swear to you.
What is it called?
He's all that. So the love interest, the Freddie Prinze Jr. of this, it's Addison Rae. Is that her name? From,
goodness!
TikTok.
Oh my goodness! What?
Yes, dude. Like I just by like hearing who's in it and just like I think I saw clips. It looks so bad, so bad.
So though, Miguel's next thing that he's doing is he's going to be in the Smurfs movie, which Rihanna is going to be Smurfette, and he is going to be Vanity Smurf, voicing him.
Oh, okay.
Which Smurf?
Vanity Smurf.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I used to love watching the Smurfs when I was little. Like now, I don't know much about Smurfs, even though
my son loved the Smurfs 2 movie. I've seen it so many times.
Oh wow.
Today at work, I was actually listening to music instead of podcasts, and to my songs, and then a bunch of the Smurfs songs came on because
and Michael Jackson.
No, because I didn't like any of the Michael Jackson songs. But apparently I liked a bunch of the Smurf songs, the Moana songs, and a bunch that I had to like unlike.
Hey, Moana has like a banger of hits in the first one.
Oh,
yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda did the soundtrack for it, so yeah.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, you're blowing me away with that fact. Like I almost want to go and watch an episode, just a random episode, like see if I get that high perspective now.
Dude, I still can't believe he's in a lot of other shows that I watch, and I don't remember him being in it. So maybe I quit beforehand, like Girl Meets World, Fuller House, The Goldbergs, and I don't remember him in any of those.
Are we talking about Robbie again?
Robbie still.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still stuck on Robbie, man. Because I was looking at he saw that, and I did find it, but then I got stuck on the other stuff. I'm like, what?
So who is a better fighter? Do you guys think, Miguel or Robbie?
Miguel.
I guess
Miguel.
Yeah.
I think that they really nerfed Hawk like towards the end of the show.
They did. He was really good from in the beginning. He was pretty much on par with Miguel, and then he kind of they made him go backwards, and they even put Dimitri almost in front of him.
Yeah, because Hawk won the All Valley, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He
did. But remember, Miguel also had a broken spine, and that's when Miguel fell to the ground and he couldn't continue.
No, and so the reason why I think Miguel is the better fighter is because he started with Cobra Kai, and like that just seemed like the better thing to do instead of Robbie doing like Miyagi-Do first.
It's competitions,
just for competitions and stuff like that too. Which again, like one of you guys mentioned the whole fact that at the end they're kind of like trading off not just dojos, but I mean throughout the show, like that's one of the things that at least as unrealistic or crazy as that is, the switching back and forth and people like that. It's great because again, we're watching a show that's called Cobra Kai, so you want that the strike hard, strike first, strike hard, no mercy to be like the main thing, but in reality, like the metamorphosis of that into like some like, okay, we're gonna do this, but with like limitations or with a different like interpretation was beautiful. But the whole idea of like Miguel, like what he had to prove in the beginning was great. I think Robbie he was just upset that he was like his parents got divorced and he was going through this. And like, I don't know, Miguel, I always felt bad for him. He had like no dad at that point. And
Miguel stuck with Johnny
poor.
the whole time too.
He
stayed with him. He walked, and
again, we're watching the Johnny show, so it's like
and the whole difference is when they were having that fight in the cafeteria and everything. Miguel was the one that said, "All right, I'm going to show mercy." Robbie was the one that said, "Nope, kick him off."
Oh, I was so upset during that. Like that. I mean, obviously, that's the most pivotal fucking scene in the whole show because that's just
and
like
the
you
fact
said.
that Johnny never actually went to juvie to like see him or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like, because I was watching that. That's the last thing that I watched when Miguel was falling, and like they make.
That's the last thing you watched, Carlos.
And then he didn't watch the rest of the show.
He didn't watch the rest of the show, but just the way he's falling in slow motion, I'm like, damn, like this is like brutal. And I mean, that's the thing about the show too. There's times where like these kids get in trouble, and they should have really like all have gone to jail at a certain point. And like nothing really happens where it's like, oh, it's okay. Like back in my high school, I remember the year that I started as a freshman. They're like, if you get into a fight, no matter the fight, no matter how it started, who started, you get arrested, and that's what it became. So like,
our high school,
So for me, like that was weird. Like I'm like, dude, these kids like so many opportunities, like reasons to like send them to jail, and like that never happened. And I don't know.
But we had so many fights too, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like because they're rich and like maybe their parents can get them out of these situations. But it's just like. Was like I hated like seeing them not get consequences for their actions.
This is not like bragging or anything, but it's like I love that I had moments like Cobra Kai in elementary and middle school where like bully was trying to pick on me, and I grabbed one guy like in elementary school, 5th grade, grabbed this kid and flipped him, and then he just landed on himself, and then that was funny, and I laughed, I walked away, didn't get in trouble. Middle school, some kid also was trying to bully me, eventually went to kick me, did the whole freaking hold his leg, swipe his other foot. Great, I didn't get in trouble because I was an honors kid, so it's like, but that's how this whole show felt, where it's just like you had some of the goody two shoes never got in trouble, like fucking Sam, and then everybody else has got like arrested, like Tori or freaking everything else. It's like, and it's like, dude, like some people just got the shit end of the stick. I mean, the whole, and it just kind of sucks that at the end, it's like it did have to do a lot with like classism and where people kind of fit into this like freaking California all valley type of lifestyle, but I don't know. Then it's California too.
It made me laugh when Kreese escaped jail, and then later on,
oh my god,
it's fine. They're
and then he was on like a televised show, and no one arrested him. Nothing happened.
They specifically said in the next season that they like.
He didn't do the interview, but he was still there before Quan got killed. He was still being televised.
They specifically said that they like dropped the charges or they committed a sentence or something because of
Silver and they arrested Silver. Yeah.
So I never answered this before, but Kreese was my least favorite character, and it was crazy, right? Because he's like freaking.
He looks great.
Karate Kid.
Like, he should have never been like. He should have been too old to come back, and just the fact that he came back and looks
like
great.
He
can kick ass.
No, do you know how old he is?
74. I looked it up.
Oh my goodness.
No, he's not. He's not 74.
How old is he? I don't know.
Ramon,
I thought it was 74.
I don't know, 75. That's a year
78.
Damn.
Yeah, he was born in 46. He looks
great,
good.
No, he looks so good.
Let me tell you why. Because in Karate Kid, he was a fucking douche. Like, he was like menacing, like sensei. He was like, a dick. Like, no one wants. Like, I get it. Like Cobra Kai. Like, I felt the freaking tension and pressure of being in Cobra Kai, especially when Danny joined it. Like, second movie. Like, I get it. Like, it's just like you hate it. And so what Silver was doing all that too, horrible. But in this show, I think like Kreese to me left me wanting more. And I don't know if it was like he's just older now. He doesn't look like he can fight. But it's like when it got towards the end and he's carrying around that fucking butter knife, and I'll keep calling that butter knife because that round, like I'm like, you're gonna have so many close-ups with this knife. Why would you have a round tip? It looked plastic. It looked terrible. And then again, this is where I mean where I didn't like him. Towards the end,
what's wrong with the round tip?
You need a pointy one, man. You need to get through. No, he's trying to be menacing. And I think his like maybe actor self is so eccentric that I don't know. He's not menacing. He's like, I'm gonna show him. Like, he's like his mannerisms and movements when holding a knife were just like, dude, like. That's not menacing, and it just killed it for me. Like,
you didn't feel bad for him when they showed his backstory, like at all.
No,
that was kind of like a surprise.
The whole being a prisoner of war, like that whole beginning.
No,
and stuff,
just like in the beginning where he's like, you think it's the military asshole, but it's actually the waiter that's like being the nice guy.
Yeah,
it's almost like a nice guy in the beginning.
Yeah, that part. But again, then those last couple seasons ruined it for me when he's being a little bit more like tricky, more vengeful, and he wasn't convincing as like.
But at the end, he redeemed himself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at the very end, that was great. Like, I mean, blow yourself up with Silver. Perfect. That's like number one.
He is actually Tori's grandfather, right? Or
no?
No, I don't think so.
No. They just had that bond.
Yeah. And I could see why, because when he came in, that's when Tori comes in. So I'm like, oh, okay, right away.
How did he know her then? I feel like I missed that.
She was in Cobra Kai already.
Did you watch it? I'm kidding.
I only watched the first season.
Because season 2 is when Tori joins Cobra Kai.
She joins,
and then he comes back and he tells Johnny that he's proud of him for bringing Cobra Kai back. And Johnny's not happy with that because he's like, that's not the same Cobra Kai. And then I think
but
like
we never see how they bond then, her and Kreese.
I think he knew she was like the better fighter even compared to like some of the guys.
But I also think that he thought that he could use her because of her situation. So
her situation sucked with the mom.
Yeah. Because I feel like he kind of saw it as an opportunity. Like, okay, I can kind of get in through her because she needs help, she needs support, so I can be that support or whatever, and then I can use her in order to kind of sneak back in and take Cobra Kai.
Sylvia's gonna yell at me. What was like? Am I remembering this wrong, or it's like the landlord for Tori tried to like get something out of her because they couldn't pay rent?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Okay. My social worker mind always thinks about the fact that she had a little brother and then her mom dies and we never see the little brother again. So it's either he goes to another family or someone from the family took him but didn't take her and she's left in the home all alone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually they just killed the mom because I think it became too much of like, why aren't you at home taking care of your sibling and your mom? So they had to just like kill her off because I was kind of like, damn.
Well, because she was working 2 jobs, paying the rent.
But she was also spending so much time doing karate, which is like a problem if you have to support your whole family and your mom is sick at home.
Priorities.
Priorities.
Karate's,
Karate is a drug.
Hell yeah. That's what my dad said no and took me out of it.
You did karate?
When I was little, 7 years old. When I was in Chicago, maybe 9 actually. That was probably later. It's right before I came back. So like 9 or 10. and then as an adult, everything but karate. So
well, I started doing jiu-jitsu with you.
Hell yeah.
Back when we used to wrestle. And then I've
I remember that.
Yeah, I've gotten a few other times. Most recently, I went with Alfred and died.
I mean, so that's, and you understand perfect. I mean, if you've done any sport or anything else, I think that's what's good about the show is that at least the whole idea of like having a dojo, having different like philosophies, like obviously freaking Daniel was obsessed with Mr. Miyagi, and it's great because Mr. Miyagi is amazing. His Miyagi-Do, like that whole like martial art that he did of it, I loved it. How it's more of a defense, and Cobra Kai was more of the offense. I love that whole dance. I think the whole idea of like structuring a bunch of kids around like different philosophies is great, and then having to go back and forth to like help them develop as like as they get older. Beautiful tying into sports, martial arts, and all that. So for that, like I'm like, oh hell yeah! And then it just gets crazy with the competitions, but
I didn't like that they recreated him and brought him back.
I was about to ask about that. Like, what your thoughts were of like the AI of having.
I'm never a fan of that, man. So it's just, unless like I know that maybe the actor himself like said like yes at one point do that to me, but like no, like I'm not.
Like they didn't really even need to, but I mean, it reminded me of like freaking Naruto like fighting with his dad, or like freaking Naruto thinking
Reanimation.
about like something like that where it's like you're having this last battle.
If he was reimagined, like brought back to life like a zombie, like then I'm all in for that. That's okay.
Reanimated.
Yes, I want to be clear. Reanimation, I'm okay with. CGI,
but I was like, okay you didn't like his like Daniel's dream of him fighting alongside Mr. Miyagi. Like I thought that was like fun. I'm like, cool. Yeah. I'm like, that's
kind of making me like,
Well, no, it's cheesy, but I'm saying that I enjoyed it because I'm like, oh, it's like fucking Karate Kid gets his moment back with Mr. Miyagi, and he's fighting ninjas now, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, with
I
that,
just think at one point we're all gonna be able to do that. Like we're gonna have the technology to like feed all these pictures, and then like Ramon, if you pass away, I'm gonna be able to like bring you back to life so I can hang out.
I like how you're passing away first.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I'm 1 year older.
Ramon has the high cholesterol.
What? Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's gonna be me, Carlos. You don't know me in real life, but I never look both ways when I cross the street.
She eats pierogies every day. So it's all that potato.
Whatever happens in the day, I never pay attention. It's just if it's my day, it's my day.
For the record. I changed her contact on my phone to Miss Magoo.
Oh,
like Mr. Magoo, but Miss Magoo.
Yeah, well, I figured that much. Okay.
For that exact reason.
Inability to see and clumsiness.
I'm clumsy because I don't care. Like if I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna die. I'm not gonna worry about it. So
yeah, speaking of contact information, did you ever add Ramon's name on your phone?
So like R number 2
today.
R number 2.
I have.
I was really shocked when like I separated the groups and I added another person.
You added like 2 other people, and then I had to You're right, because I text them on the daily. And then you texted Omar, and I had no idea what was happening already.
I still take no offense to that, because in the beginning, she really couldn't tell who Raul or Ramon is, but that was, she was like, who? I hope you get it.
Yeah, Carlos, you were the first number I saved.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, he's the...
He was the first contact.
Yeah.
You know, to go back to the show, you know where I found the show too dark? When they put LaRusso in that cage in in that country.
Oh my God!
Where's this going?
I forgot about that.
And then they made you think it was Carice, where I was like, this doesn't seem like something he would do. And then we find out Silver.
Through Silver, one of the Cobra Kai guys locks him up and puts him in a fucking dog cage with all the dogs.
Oh, yeah, in Barcelona.
Yeah,
that felt like it just did not belong whatsoever. Like to go to that level, I'm like, this is crazy. This is
also I know
human trafficking.
I know he cared, but I didn't care that Mr. Miyagi killed somebody. I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, dude was a fucking karate master.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he didn't kill anyone, is he even like fucking a mess?
If anything,
I know. That's what I'm saying. It makes sense.
Personality. My sensei killed someone, so now I have to feel this way or do that because of it.
I didn't like Daniel during that time. I'm like, dude, come on, like this is your one like mentor, your freaking dad figure, and you're just gonna do him dirty because he killed somebody. Like, come on.
I the thing that I kind of did like about it is because of the fact that LaRusso always like idealized him and kind of put him on this huge pedestal. So like when he found out that he was human and flawed, but and I was annoyed kind of like the way that he found out and ultimately like because it all happened at the Sekai whatever Kaitai thing, and that he was in, and that's where it happened or whatever, and then they never really had a resolution for that either way.
Well, no, we had the necklace. Well, I guess when he killed someone, the necklace that he stole made sense after she gave the necklace to Sam and everything. But I still feel like the other dojo should have won over Cobra Kai. As much dragons. As the Iron Dragons. I think they were whatever. Because you had Axel, who I feel bad because his sensei was beating him up pretty much, but. And then you have, which is so
don't
shocking.
Feel bad for him. He was eyeing Sam. Who the fuck wastes this energy on him?
Okay, but hold on. He didn't kick Miguel how he should have to break his back. He finally told his sensei, like, no, I'm embarrassed for you to be my sensei. It's the other way around. So he had his own arc too, but there's no way he was better than Miguel was better than him. Yeah. No way that Miguel was better than him, and no way that Tori was better than Sarah.
No.
Both of those, and even Johnny. Like, I love Johnny, but there's no way he was better than whatever his name was. Than Wolf.
From
no
Mortal
way.
Kombat? Come on.
All three of those.
Well, I think my disappointment with the tournament was when I first heard about this tournament, and it's like the best dojos in the world. Like, and they finally, I saw like the people that were fighting. I'm like, these are all kids. Like, where's the 39-year-old man? They're like their whole life they've been training for this moment. Like, I want to see that 38-year-old man like kick a 17-year-old ass. Like, and that never happened. I'm like, these are all kids. I was sort of a little disappointed.
This 28-year-old fighting against this 14-year-old.
Carlos wanted to see some kids beat up. Hell yeah, dude, go watch that Jennifer Lawrence movie.
I don't know. That's just what I imagined when they were talking about it.
The one where she's like she's naked on the beach, beating up the teenagers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What's it called? Sorry to make you cry, or what was it? Sorry to hurt your feelings.
When she's hired to date the son of the prince. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's such a good movie. But yes.
Now I know.
Not even because she was naked on the beach. It's because she was beating up fucking high schoolers on the beach.
Okay. It's okay. We know that's your scene. Carlos' scene is challengers with Zendaya. It's fine.
I saw her enough in freaking X-Men. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
Mystique.
Completely like giving up.
Yep. Oh goodness, that should ruin that. But anyways,
Okay, the game. So.
Can I just say that Dimitri should have never gone with that hot blonde? Like, it really always
No, hold on.
Thank you for bringing this up. Dimitri and Eli both. Well, Eli a little bit more, but
maybe in the beginning. Eli in the beginning.
No. Moon was great with Hawk.
Moon was good. Yeah, I like
Yaz was great with Dimitri. What was the problem with it?
I think she was just like. They made her seem like a sex object. Like, oh, let's screw the tournament. Let's go in the back. And
like, dude, come on. He fucking did Johnny dirty. He wasn't there for his fight. He's like, oh my god, we won, yeah. Like, dude.
But he also was going. He wasn't ever Johnny's person. He was Miyagi-Do. He wasn't Cobra Kai.
But he just never really cared about karate enough. He was more like there to be funny, and that's about it. Which he was. He was funny.
But... I remember being that age. Yeah, I guess. Screw Johnny. I'll find out the results later.
He was like cheating on her when he was in another country.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't find that like
Barcelona
bad about him. Yeah.
That video that Eli sent him. Yeah.
He didn't. No. There's a difference between what Sam did and what he was doing. Sam specifically was alone on the beach with a guy, and she was leading him on. He was just dancing with the girl.
Weird.
But he had the mindset of like, she's miles away. I can get away.
He's on vacation. Yes. Yeah. No, it's wrong. But he wasn't leading her as much as Sam was leading Axel.
Yeah. But the intentions were different too, though, because Sam, she inadvertently did it because she. I don't know.
Oh, she knew what she was doing. No.
I want you to really focus on Sylvia's logic for these scenarios.
Pay attention, take notes.
It's like when I go on vacation. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, dancing, fine.
Fine.
Beach alone, not fine.
No.
I like it. Good rules to live by. You don't get your ass kicked.
See, there you go.
Hilarious.
Okay. The game.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in this game, I have a list of names of extra karate moves, and I have names of the Japanese names of moves from anime.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna say one, and then you guys tell me whether it's anime or karate, and you get extra points if you can either say what the move is, or if it's anime, what anime it's from.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Do so bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious to see the format because I'm like, what?
Okay. Okay. So, for example,
Hold on. I need to get ready for this.
Okay.
Go. Keep going.
I'll give a super easy example.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put your hat backwards. Like, there you go.
I can't do this. I got you. Keep talking. I'm ready. I'm getting ready.
Okay.
Getting ready.
So,
I didn't know
for
that
example,
it was a
if I
Ninja
say
Turtle.
yeah, yes, true. Okay. So if I say Rasengan, you'll know
Anime.
Naruto.
Okay.
Anime.
Yeah, anime Naruto. So I don't know. Do you each want to say or just the first one to say it?
Hey, my question is: Rasengan consider a karate move because that's like
No.
a power move?
No. That would be from anime.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
wait, are we doing it where we all answer, or we have to say who's answering?
Taking turns answering.
I have a bunch of them, so I'll go in order. I'll go Carlos, Ramon, Sylvia.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first.
All right, Carlos, you go first because that's how my screen's set up. Okay. I already lost it. So Touke.
Okay, and I'm supposed to guess if it's like real life karate move or anime, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a real life karate move.
Okay, and if it is, do you have any idea of what the move is?
I do not know.
Okay, it is karate.
Okay.
And it's an outside-inside block. And there's a longer description that I got rid of because it took up too much space. Okay,
but that's 1 point.
Yeah. So you get a point.
Yes.
Okay, Ramon. Getsuga Tensho.
That sounds like anime.
Okay. Do you know which anime? It is anime.
Hell no.
I would like to steal the. I would like to steal the anime.
I'll say One Piece just because.
It is not.
Can I steal the anime part of the?
You're not gonna get a point, but yeah.
Right. Why wouldn't I get a point? I'm like, he didn't get it right. Now it's up to me and Stupid to see if we can guess that part, right?
No. The guessing what they're from is the second extra credit.
Yeah.
The real thing is saying yes.
Well, I won the extra credit. It's from Bleach.
It is from Bleach, but no.
Oh, okay.
Specifically asked Ramon because I know you've. That's why I didn't ask you because I know you've seen Bleach and you would have seen that. Okay. Okay. Sylvia. Kaioken.
I feel like it's an anime.
Okay. Do you know which anime? It is an anime.
Mm-mm.
It's from Dragon Ball.
Oh, wait. Give us like, try to guess the anime.
Okay. Okay. All right, Carlos.
I'm just gonna guess you're not gonna give me any anime ones.
Probably not.
You don't know that. Okay. I apologize for the pronunciation. I'm not Japanese.
So it's karate.
Yeah.
Kage Bushin no Jitsu.
Oh.
Jutsu.
Okay. I would say karate, and I don't know what
You said jutsu.
It is not karate.
It's anime and it's Naruto. No, I'm kidding.
It is.
Dragon Ball?
It is. Yeah.
Naruto?
It is.
Do you know what jitsu it is?
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah.
Kage Bushin no Jitsu.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not even gonna try.
I watched Naruto in subbed, so I definitely know this. It's the Shadow Clone Jitsu.
Oh no way! Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Kage Bushin no Jitsu.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Ramon, I will say Heian Nidan.
It's karate.
It is.
I don't remember what it is. A high kick.
Oh, good guess, but no. It says Peaceful Mind 2. I don't know what that means.
What? Oh, it's probably just like, yeah, okay. No.
Yeah, it's probably like one of those just like moves.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Sylvia, I will go with Kanku Dai.
Karate?
It is karate.
Okay.
Okay. No idea what the move is.
It says Viewing the Sky Major. I don't know what that is.
Ooh, sounds sexy.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Carlos.
Mhm.
I will say no, that one's too long. Shinra Tensei.
Okay. Anime?
It is anime.
And this is from Black Clover?
No, it
Jutsu
is not.
Kaisen.
It is also not.
Ah,
Sylvia.
just name an
No
anime.
Okay. It's from Naruto, and it was Pain.
I was gonna say
wait,
Naruto.
what?
That's
Yeah.
the only one I know as a joke.
That's why I said you.
Yeah.
Is it the ultimate push or what
Yeah,
is it?
the Almighty
Oh.
Push.
Almighty push.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like you're tricking
Ramon.
us, though.
Okay. Teki Nidan.
Karate.
It is.
And no, it's some type of block. A knee
No.
block.
No,
Leg
it's-
block.
Iron Horse 2.
the hell are you getting these from? I mean, I know what they are, but damn, okay.
Okay. Sylvia, I will go with one that I recognize.
Kamehameha wave.
That's what I'm waiting for.
that is on the list.
Yeah.
I will say I already did that one. Did I do that one? Nope. Okay, I'll do this one. Kanmuru.
That's on me, right? Anime?
No, it's on me.
Not
It's
Sylvia.
on me.
Damn, it's on,
It's
you.
on Sylvia.
Well, Carlos said anime.
Yeah, but is he right?
Hold on. I'm thinking. Ramon made a
no.
face.
I make lots of faces.
Is it an anime?
It is an anime.
Okay.
Do you know which anime?
No.
It's from Hunter x Hunter. Killua.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Another time around, or are
Last
you guys-
round. Last round.
Or,
Last round.
well, we could tie break with Ramon and I and say
Yeah.
that's the last
Dang,
one.
someone's taking
Carlo-
score. I had no clue what the score.
Yeah, I've been taking place.
I thought I was. Wait, so am I. In this
You got
scenario,
one
did I
wrong.
lose?
Yeah, you got
'cause
one wrong.
When he said the jutsu,
Dang.
you said that it was karate, not Naruto.
So does that mean that I'm out?
Kagebushi no
Ow.
Jutsu? Yeah.
Well, can I just play so see if I can tie it?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do one more round and then call that one.
I can't say
Sounds
some
like
of
cheating
these.
to me.
No, because
Okay.
if he gets the point and then we both get it wrong, we all tie. And then if he gets the point, you get it right, I get it wrong. Carlos and I tie, and you win. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kisami Suki.
For who?
For me,
Carlos.
it's anime.
Nope.
Damn, I'm out.
You're definitely out. All right, tiebreaker.
Yes. So it's karate, and it's a jab punch.
Jab
Hmm.
punch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ramon. Guren Bakwenjin.
Damn, that's the first one that I'm actually a little confused about. Let's go with anime,
It is anime.
and let's go with Bleach.
It is not.
Ah,
It's from
Ooh.
Fairy
hard.
Tale. It's not.
I don't fucking know that. But still, okay, that was a tough one, man. That sounded like an actual move.
I
Mhm.
just found out Fairy Tale had a tournament in it,
Alright.
right?
Oh, dude, I'm so far behind. I'm
I've never
maybe
seen
like
Fairy
100
Tale.
episodes in.
All
to
right,
Fairy
well,
Tale.
I got the point. So
Okay.
let's go, Sylvia.
Okay,
Let's see.
Sylvia.
Mhm.
Okay. I gotta try to pronounce this. Kyo Judo.
Make faces, Cardinals. Make faces.
Kyo
Anime faces.
Judo.
Is it karate?
It is not karate.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, damn.
anime, and it's from Demon Slayer.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Rengoku.
Demon Slayer?
Yeah,
Dubbed.
it's
Wait,
a
which one was
Rengoku one. Yeah.
What was it again?
Kyo Judo. Yeah, it's from Demon Slayer, and it's Rengoku's move, or one of Rengoku's moves.
Yeah.
Congrats to Ramon.
So Ramon,
Yeah, I knew I wore my Naruto hat for a reason.
Yeah.
I brought my gi and my tie that I wore as the headband.
But yeah, Kamehaz was one of them. Amaterasu, Chidori.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Chidori. That would have been
Susano.
What is the next show that we will be watching?
I don't know. I'm not kidding. I don't know.
Damn. You tell us, audience.
Tell us. I'll say why.
By Sunday.
I'll say like White Lotus would be a good one. Just like a good show.
Finished though.
No, I know. I know. I'm saying it would have been like one of those.
What about Wilderness? We just started watching that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a show on Prime.
Yeah.
How many seasons? One?
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
the whole thing
already?
out?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a good one. It kind of reminds me of You a little bit. And I know you've seen You.
Which you, Ramon you or me you?
Both of us you.
The show You.
Did you watch the episode we recorded about You?
Nope. Because I haven't.
I would like.
I've seen like half of the first season.
I would. No, it's just I always think of that Rush Hour 2 scene where it's like, you talking to me?
Me?
No, not you. Yeah, you.
Me? No, I'm me.
Well, on that note, goodbye, everyone.
To be continued.
Toodles.